Hi everyone, it's Caitlin with Kait's Collectibles, and today I'm super excited to be reviewing my Disney Store limited edition Ariel doll. So this is one of the 17-inch dolls that they release around the time they release the movies on Blu-ray, and obviously she came out with the Little Mermaid's release on Blu-ray in 2013, I believe it was. So the Prince Eric and Ursula dolls that I've already reviewed were the sort of surprise dolls. This one was one available for pre-order. Lucky for me, I was able to get my pre-order in at the store and pick her up. And she is definitely one of my favorites of the 17s that I have for a lot of reasons. Ariel is probably one of the more popular Disney princesses, and I think they did a really nice job with her here. Starting with the detailing on her box. So it's hard to see, but the usual like reflective pattern that's on her box there is a little bit like bubbles in sea life. Surrounding the box here, we've got this really great aqua teal kind of color, which is just perfect for sort of a seafoam feel. And you get kind of the look of shells, starfish, little pearls, which are just perfect going all the way around. Down at the bottom here for her banner, they point out that she is limited edition 1 of 6,000. So she was an edition size of 6,000, which is a pretty good size, I'd say, for this doll. And they've got the cute little seahorse characters right in the corners there. So going around to the side of her box, similar to other dolls, just a basic frame, more of the same pattern. And same thing with the top. You might be able to get a bit of a look of that reflection there. Now with the back of her box, they continue using that same sort of swirly plant life look, that great teal color. I like that where they note the certificate of authenticity and display stand are included, it kind of looks like it's inside a big seashell. So I'll take her out of the way here. In just a second, and then we'll bring in the plastic casing because I like to take those out before I start doing these reviews because otherwise you just get a lot of reflection off the doll. Now these plastic cases that I've been taking out, I do want to point out they are a bit of a pain in the butt when you're taking them, not so much taking them out, but when you're trying to put them back in the box afterwards. So if you struggle with that, you are not alone. It's just a slow process to get them to line up right. So with this box here, you can see it's the same basic framing, just like the others with the white print. However, when I go around to the side of the plastic casing, you'll actually see there's a little more detail with this one. So we've got these little bubbles throughout. There's also a little flaw in the plastic there. Oh, maybe just a little scratch. There we go. And then this sort of plant life, seaweedy looking stuff towards the bottom. So I like that they did that. It fits the theme of this doll being an underwater mermaid character. A lot of the time they just do artistic designs that don't really, I mean, I'm sure they're inspired by the character in some way, but I just can't tell. I'll take her cover off and I'll put her back here. So now I get to show off what I really love about this doll. I should also point out that while Ariel is one of the more popular princesses, she's not actually my favorite character. I would probably give that honor to Belle. So Ariel's background here seems to be that she's up against King Triton's castle undersea. So it's a nice choice of background, and I like the colors they did it with. Sort of that, again, teal, blue, white. It kind of looks a little murky, like she's underwater. Now starting up here at the face of the doll, there's a lot of details that they've done that I'd like to point out. So she's got this really cute little starfish barrette. I'll try and move that in a little bit so that you can see it a bit better. There's that little starfish barrette. It's got kind of a pearly texture to it. Her hair is much longer than the actual characters with that red, but the red is absolutely like spot on. Now, if you get really close in with her eyes there, you'll see that on the doll's right eye, so on the left side in the white, there's a little bit of a discoloration, and that's an imperfection in how she came to me from the factory. So a little bit of a flaw there. I like the expression that they caught with her. She's got this very sort of playful expression on her face. The pink for the lips is really nice. Then moving down, one of the things people complained about online when they released the preview photo of the doll was that the seashell bra isn't purple. While I agree it would have been nice to see it in more of a purple, I think they did a really beautiful job with this. It looks very shiny. There's lots of these sort of bubbly pearl textures, the little bits of coral, especially for the straps. Those coral straps are a really nice touch. And then she's got those little seashells dangling down. You can see that jiggle around a little bit there. So a little crystal, a couple of little shells. I really like that look for her. And they continued kind of the jewelry theme with on her bracelet here. She's got this little goldfish kind of looking bracelet. There's a fish, there's a shell, there's a starfish. It's hard to see them all wrapped around her there. But I like that they gave her a little touch of jewelry like that. Unlike Ursula, she has bendable elbows. And at her waistband there, for her tail, she's got these great shells going all the way around, a bit like a belt. And the thing that really impresses me about her are the scales for her tail. So each scale is actually its own individual, scale, as opposed to being just a solid, I guess, kind of body piece. They've added the little jewels to it. The very fins at the bottom of her tail here as well. Lots and lots of sparkle all through there. Because of the tail being so big and grand, they really didn't get the chance to position her in a way where it gets to show it off in the box. You can see here as well that her stand is kind of off center from the doll. And she does actually have legs under this tail in there. You can feel the knees right here. And you can see under the scales, it's just a teal fabric that they're stitched onto. And I believe the feet, if she has, yep, are right down here. So if you are someone that likes to unbox your dolls, because some people do, they like to change the outfits on these dolls and see how they all look in each other's clothes. So you could feasibly get the Ariel and then undress her if you're talented with sewing. Some people like to make dresses, reproductions of stuff you saw in the show, do their own customs. So you could do that with this doll. She's not like Ursula where there's no legs in there. She actually has some. And of course the certificate of authenticity is underneath. In mine, because of the plastic that is holding the stand in place, it actually tips this whole cardboard piece back. When everything's snug in place in the box, you can't tell, but without the cover on it, she tips forward like that. So we'll just kind of hold her in place. So the certificate's quite cute, almost like a little pearly seashell tiara looking bit at the top there, and same sort of aqua bubble theme. She was an edition of 6,000, and I actually have number 1098, so a pretty low number. For some people, having low numbers is really important. It never really mattered to me as long as I get one of them. And other languages on the back. So Ariel is probably one of the more recognizable Disney princesses, definitely one of the more popular Disney princesses, and one of the dolls that I think was really done up the nicest in terms of the princess characters. I would highly recommend getting her as part of your collection, whether or not you like all of the 17s, just some of them, if you only collect your favorite characters. Ariel's usually a good bet. She's a very popular character, so she is still somewhat tough to find to buy secondhand, and she does go for a good amount more than retail. Certainly not in the range of some of the Frozen dolls, but she's a little bit more up there. I think a lot of the sales I've seen recently of her, as of recording this video, have been in the $350 to $500 range, depending on currency and all that, and whether or not it includes shipping. So as usual, you can find me on Twitter at Kait Collectible. Make sure you let me know what you'd like to see me review next, or maybe what your favorite fandom is. And you can like, comment, share, subscribe to my channel if you want to get these updates when I'm posting new videos, as I'm trying to post pretty regularly. Thanks for watching.